Have you ever wondered why India is often perceived as a country with low hygiene standards? Today, we dive deep into the factors contributing to this perception, from the polluted Ganges River to unique cultural practices. Stay tuned, because one of the last facts will surely surprise you. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more fascinating insights. Welcome to World Marvels. 10. Polluted Ganges River. The Ganges River holds immense spiritual significance for millions of Hindus, who believe its waters can purify sins and grant salvation. Despite its religious importance, the river is heavily polluted. Industrial waste, untreated sewage, and religious offerings contribute to its degradation. Efforts to clean the Ganges face significant challenges due to the river's widespread use and cultural practices. The pollution not only threatens the health of those who depend on the river but also poses serious environmental risks, affecting aquatic life and surrounding ecosystems. The Ganges, or Ganga as it is locally known, stretches over 2,500 kilometers across northern India and Bangladesh. It supports over 400 million people who rely on its waters for drinking, bathing, and agricultural purposes. Unfortunately, the river's condition has deteriorated due to rampant pollution. Industrial discharges, such as chemicals and heavy metals from factories, are dumped into the river without proper treatment. Furthermore, cities along the riverbanks often release untreated sewage directly into the Ganges, adding to the contamination. Religious practices also play a significant role in the river's pollution. Millions of pilgrims visit the Ganges to perform rituals, which often involve the immersion of idols, flowers, and other offerings. These practices, combined with the disposal of cremated remains, further pollute the river. Efforts to clean the Ganges have been ongoing for decades. The Indian government launched the Namami Gange project in 2014, aiming to reduce pollution and revive the river. This ambitious initiative includes the construction of sewage treatment plants, the regulation of industrial discharge, and public awareness campaigns. Despite these efforts, the scale of the problem remains vast, requiring continued and coordinated action from various stakeholders. 9. Public spitting. Public spitting is a deeply ingrained cultural habit in India, seen by many as a normal part of daily life. However, this practice contributes to the spread of respiratory diseases like tuberculosis and influenza. Educational campaigns aim to change this behavior by highlighting health risks and promoting more hygienic alternatives, such as using disposable tissues. The habit is often linked to socio-economic conditions, including limited access to proper sanitation facilities and a lack of awareness about hygiene practices. In many parts of India, spitting in public is a common sight. This behavior is often associated with the consumption of pan, a betel leaf preparation, gutka, chewing tobacco, and other substances that people chew and then spit out. The streets, walls, and public places often bear the stains of these spit marks, creating an unsightly and unhygienic environment. Public health campaigns have been launched to address this issue. These campaigns educate people about the health risks associated with spitting, such as the transmission of diseases through respiratory droplets. Additionally, they promote the use of disposable tissues and spittoons as alternatives. Changing deeply ingrained habits is challenging, but through persistent efforts and community involvement, progress is being made. 8. Lack of sanitary infrastructure. India faces a severe shortage of sanitary infrastructure, particularly in rural areas. Approximately 46% of the population lacks access to proper sanitation facilities, leading many to defecate in the open. This practice not only compromises public health but also infringes on human dignity. The situation is exacerbated during the rainy season when waste can spread more easily. Efforts to improve sanitation are ongoing, but the scale of the problem requires coordinated action from government and local communities. The lack of toilets and sewage systems in rural India is a significant public health concern. Open defecation is a common practice in many areas, contributing to the spread of diseases such as diarrhea, cholera, and dysentery. These conditions are particularly dangerous for children, leading to high rates of child mortality and malnutrition. To combat this issue, the Indian government launched the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan Clean India mission in 2014. This nationwide campaign aims to eliminate open defecation by constructing millions of toilets across the country and promoting behavioral change. While the campaign has made significant strides, with millions of toilets built and many villages declared open defecation free, there is still much work to be done. Sustained efforts are needed to ensure the proper use and maintenance of these facilities. 7. Street food hygiene. Street food is an integral part of Indian culture, offering a variety of delicious and affordable options. Unfortunately, inadequate hygiene standards in many street food stalls pose significant health risks. Vendors often lack access to clean water and proper sanitation, leading to the spread of foodborne illnesses. Eating with hands, a common practice, can further exacerbate hygiene issues if hands are not properly washed. Regulatory measures and public awareness campaigns are essential to ensure safer food practices. Street food vendors are a ubiquitous presence in Indian cities and towns, serving a wide range of snacks and meals to locals and tourists alike. However, the hygiene practices of these vendors vary widely. Many operate without access to clean water, which is crucial for washing hands, utensils, and food items. Additionally, the lack of refrigeration facilities can lead to the spoilage of perishable ingredients. Foodborne illnesses are a common risk associated with street food. Contaminated water and food can cause gastrointestinal infections, which can be severe, especially for vulnerable populations such as children and the elderly. To address these concerns, local authorities and non-governmental organizations, NGOs, are working to educate vendors on food safety practices and improve sanitation infrastructure. Ensuring that street food remains a safe and enjoyable part of Indian culture requires ongoing efforts and vigilance. 6. Temple of Rats. The Karni Mata Temple in Rajasthan, also known as the Temple of Rats, is home to thousands of rats considered sacred. Devotees believe that feeding and interacting with these rats brings good fortune. However, maintaining hygiene in such an environment is challenging. Despite efforts to keep the temple clean, the sheer number of rats makes it difficult to manage sanitation effectively. This unique practice highlights cultural differences in perceptions of hygiene and cleanliness. The Karni Mata Temple, located in the town of Deshnoke, attracts thousands of visitors each year who come to worship and seek blessings from the rats. These rodents, considered reincarnations of Karni Mata's followers, freely roam the temple premises, feeding on offerings of milk and grains provided by the devotees. While the temple is a fascinating example of India's rich cultural diversity, it also poses significant hygiene challenges. The presence of so many rats in close proximity to humans increases the risk of disease transmission. Temple caretakers strive to maintain cleanliness, but the constant movement and activity of the rats make this an ongoing battle. This practice underscores the importance of understanding and respecting different cultural perspectives on hygiene. 5. Trash accumulation. The accumulation of trash on the streets is a visible issue in many Indian cities. Rapid population growth, urbanization, and inadequate waste management infrastructure contribute to this problem. Piles of garbage not only mar the urban landscape but also attract disease-carrying pests like mosquitoes and rodents. Effective waste management requires improved collection systems, public awareness, and community involvement in recycling and proper disposal practices. India generates millions of tons of waste each year, and managing this waste is a significant challenge. Many cities lack comprehensive waste collection and disposal systems, leading to the accumulation of garbage in public spaces. Informal waste pickers often play a crucial role in recycling and waste management, but they work under hazardous conditions with little support or recognition. The presence of unmanaged waste creates numerous health hazards. Stagnant water in discarded containers can become breeding grounds for mosquitoes, spreading diseases such as dengue and malaria. Rodents and other pests thrive in garbage, further exacerbating public health risks. Addressing this issue requires a multifaceted approach, including better waste management infrastructure, public education on waste reduction and recycling, and policies that support the livelihoods of informal waste pickers. 4. Eating with hands. Eating with hands is a traditional practice in India, viewed as a respectful and intimate way to enjoy food. However, this custom can lead to hygiene concerns, especially when access to clean water and soap is limited. Hands may carry germs and bacteria, increasing the risk of foodborne illnesses. Public health initiatives emphasize the importance of washing hands before meals to reduce the risk of contamination. In many Indian households, meals are typically enjoyed without the use of utensils. This practice is deeply rooted in cultural traditions and is believed to enhance the sensory experience of eating. However, the lack of proper hand-washing facilities can pose significant health risks. Contaminated hands can transfer bacteria and viruses to food, leading to infections and gastrointestinal issues. Public health campaigns promote the practice of washing hands with soap and clean water before and after meals. These initiatives aim to raise awareness about the importance of hand hygiene in preventing disease transmission. Despite these efforts, challenges remain, particularly in rural areas where access to clean water and sanitation facilities is limited. 3. Open defecation. Open defecation is a significant public health issue in India, particularly in rural areas. This practice contributes to the spread of diseases and poses serious health risks. Efforts to eliminate open defecation through the construction of toilets and public awareness campaigns are ongoing, but challenges persist due to cultural practices and lack of infrastructure. Open defecation is prevalent in many parts of India, especially in regions where sanitation facilities are scarce. This practice leads to the contamination of water sources and the spread of diseases such as cholera, dysentery, and typhoid. Children are particularly vulnerable to these health risks, which can lead to high rates of child mortality and malnutrition. The Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, Clean India mission, aims to address this issue by constructing toilets and promoting behavior change through public awareness campaigns. While significant progress has been made, with millions of toilets built and many communities declared open defecation free, the challenge remains substantial. Ensuring the proper use and maintenance of these facilities is crucial for achieving long-term success. 2. Waste management challenges. Effective waste management is a critical issue in India, where rapid urbanization and population growth have strained existing infrastructure. Many cities struggle with inadequate waste collection and disposal systems, leading to the accumulation of garbage in public spaces. Innovative solutions and community involvement are essential to address these challenges and promote sustainable waste management practices. India generates a staggering amount of waste, and managing this waste presents a complex challenge. Many urban areas lack comprehensive waste management systems, resulting in the accumulation of trash on streets and in public areas. Informal waste pickers play a vital role in recycling and waste management, but they often work under hazardous conditions with little support. Effective waste management requires a multifaceted approach. This includes improving waste collection and disposal infrastructure, promoting recycling and waste reduction, and supporting the livelihoods of informal waste pickers. Public education and community involvement are also crucial for fostering a culture of responsible waste management. 1. Cultural perceptions of hygiene. Cultural perceptions of hygiene vary widely, and practices that may seem unhygienic in one culture can be viewed as normal or even sacred in another. Understanding and respecting these differences is essential for fostering a more inclusive and respectful global community. India's diverse cultural landscape offers valuable insights into the complexity of hygiene practices and the importance of cultural sensitivity. Hygiene practices are deeply influenced by cultural beliefs and traditions. In India, practices such as public spitting, eating with hands, and the presence of rats in temples are shaped by historical and cultural contexts. These practices may seem unusual or unhygienic to outsiders, but they hold significant cultural and religious meaning for many Indians. Understanding and respecting these cultural differences is essential for promoting global health and hygiene. Public health initiatives must be culturally sensitive and take into account local beliefs and practices. By fostering mutual respect and understanding, we can work towards a more inclusive and healthy world. India's hygiene challenges are multifaceted and deeply rooted in cultural, social, and economic factors. Addressing these issues requires a coordinated and culturally sensitive approach that involves government action, community involvement, and public education. What do you think about these unique aspects of India's culture and hygiene practices? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating insights into the world's marvels. Goodbye for now, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.